Yes, continuing with limits, today we can discuss few sums connected with limits. So, in limits, whatever the sums we will take, they are not actually the sums connected with limit, but they are indeterminate forms. They are indeterminate forms. So, which are those indeterminate forms? If the function is having a value of the type 0 by 0, infinity by infinity, infinity minus infinity, 0 raised to 0, 1 raised to infinity, like that, it is taken to be indeterminate form, because you cannot tell exactly the value of the function at that point. So, here we can discuss few sums, that is indeterminate convention, exercise sums. So, limit of x cube minus a cube upon x minus a as x tends to a. A very simple sum, you can directly answer it. So, yesterday we have gone through one theorem, that is limit of x raised to n minus a raised to n upon x minus a as x tends to a. It is in that particular form where n is equal to 3 here. So, what that answer will be? N a raised to n minus 1. So, what it will be? N is 3, a is a raised to 3 minus 1, and what that value will be? Will be 3a square. 3a square. Now, in a similar fashion, it can be given in this sense, x cube minus 8 upon x minus 2 as x tends to 2, as x tends to 2. Here also we can consider, if you put x is equal to a here, a cube minus a cube 0, a minus a 0, so it is in the form 0 by 0. So, first you try to write the form. So, if it is indeterminate form, then you can continue the solution. Otherwise, if you get exactly a value only, then no need of solution. It will be the value of the limit, because the function is continuous at that point. So, now here if you put x is equal to 2, 8 minus 8 0, 2 minus 2 is 0, again it is the form of 0 by 0. So, here we have got x minus 2, x minus a, like that, it is in that form. Can we express it in the form x raised to 3 minus something raised to 3? Yes, certainly. So, how we can express x cube, how 8 can be written? Minus 8 can be written as 2 cube upon x minus 2 as x tends to 2. So, again it takes the form x raised to n minus a raised to n upon x minus a. So, what that particular limiting value should be? N a raised to n minus 1. So, what, how much it will be? 3, 3 minus 2 is to 4. So, what that value will be? 12. So, here you can go through one more sum, that is limit of x to the power 5 plus 32 divided by x plus 2 as x tends to minus 2. So, again if you observe, if you put the value of x equal to minus 2 directly here, minus 2 raised to 5 will be minus 32, plus 32 will be 0, and minus 2 plus 2 will be 0. Again it is 0 by 0 form. But here we have to observe, what is our a value here? A value is minus 2. Can this plus 2 be written in the form minus 2? Yes, because two conventions are very important, one middle minus sign and that limit. So, when you combine those two, if you place it minus, automatically this plus 2 becomes minus 2, and we will be getting that form. So, if we think of denominator first, we will understand how to write down. So, how we can write down? Limit of x to the power 5 plus 32 divided by, how we can write it as c. So, as x tends to minus. So, now what we got? We got x minus a. So, here also we must get plus. So, how plus 32 can be written? It can be written as minus of minus 32. How it can be written? X to the power 5 is equal to minus of minus 32 divided by x minus of minus 2. So, now how minus 32 can be written? It can be written as minus 2 to the power 5. So, x to the power 5 minus of minus 2 to the power 5 divided by x of x minus minus of 2, x tends to minus 2. Now again it is in the form x to the power n, x raised to n minus a raised to n divided by x minus a. So the value must be n a raised to n minus 1. So 5 minus 1 gives you 4, minus 2 to the power 4, 4 is even, so it will be plus 2 to the power of 16. So what it will be? 5 into 16, or what that value will be? 80. What that value will be? 80. So now we can combine the power c here in this sum. What we can do? C, limit of x to the power 9 plus 1 upon x to the power 3 plus 1 as x tends to minus 1. As x tends to minus 1. It can be done in different fashion. X to the power 9 plus 1 can be written as x cube to the power cube plus 1. Then you can factorize x cube plus 1 into something, and then you can evaluate the value. You can do that method also, or we can go through this theorem only. So what we are having here, it is minus 1. So how it can be written? It can be written as plus of minus 1. Can it be written only minus 1? No, you can write it as minus 1 to the power any odd number, and here we have got 9. So it can be written as plus of minus 1 raised to 9. Similarly, here plus 1 can be written as minus of minus 1 raised to 9, and here it can be written as minus of minus 1 only. So first let us write that particular form. So how it can be written? Minus of minus 1 to the power 9, and here x cube minus of minus 1 as x tends to minus 1. But here what is missing? For both numerator and denominator, we will be requiring one more term. What is that? X minus 1. So if we divide both numerator and denominator by x minus 1. So x to the power 9 minus of minus 1 to the power 9 divided by x minus of minus 1 divided by x cube minus of minus 1 divided by x minus of minus 1, or here what you can write? You can write cube also, because minus 1 cube is minus 1 only. So it is, now you have got the form correction, and now you have got that particular form. You have got that particular form. What it is? X to the power n minus a to the power n divided by x minus a, again divided by x to the power 3 minus 1 minus of minus 1 to the power p divided by x minus of minus 1 as x tends to minus 1. So what will be the value of numerator? 9 minus 1 raised to 8, and here it is 3 minus 1 raised to 2, n a raised to n minus 1. So minus 1 raised to 8 is plus 1, minus 1 raised to 2 is also plus 1. So it will be 9 by 3, and what final value will be? It will be plus 3. It will be plus. So these are some models connected with the theorem x to the power n minus a raised to the power n upon x minus a. So now we can move to factorization concept. Factorization. By factorization, we can remove the point of discontinuity. So go through limit of x square minus 3x minus 18 divided by x plus 3 as x tends to minus 3, as x tends to minus 3. So now let us substitute the value minus 3 here. So if you substitute minus 3 here, if you substitute x square minus 3x minus 18 divided by x plus 3, if you put x equal to minus 3 here, it will be plus 9, and this will be also plus 9. 9 plus 9, 18, 18 minus 18 is 0, and here minus 3 plus 3 is also 0. So it is in the form 0 by 0, and hence we can continue. Hence we have to continue because we don't get the value. So what is the method here? Here factorization is a method to remove the point of discontinuity. So which factor must be removed? That is very important question. Which factor? It should not be a random. See, in x you subtract this one. If you subtract minus 3, what it will be? X plus 3. So we have to eliminate x plus 3 factor implies x plus 3 must be a factor of this particular numerator. Whenever you are having quadratic function and if you know one factor, you can easily write down the other factor. That is most important. That is Vedic method. Vedic method. See, when we say that if you put minus 3 in this particular numerator and get 0, certainly x plus 3 must be a factor. X plus 3 must be, there is no question. So, or you can factorize it. So, I will teach it that way. So, because it is connected with CET question. So, if one factor is x plus 3, so what will be the other factor? Divide first term by first term, x, divide third term by second term, and what it will be? Minus 6 divided by x plus 3, or that x tends to minus 3. X tends to minus 3. So, now I will show you that particular. So, when it is minus 18, and so you have to subtract the factors of 18 to get 3, that is 6 3 is 18 and 6 minus 3 is 3. So, how this particular minus 18 can be split? 6 and 3, middle sign is minus, so what it will be? See. So, how will be writing now? X square minus 6x plus 3x and then minus 18, or x into bracket x minus 6 plus 3 into bracket x minus 6. So, one factor will be x minus 6 and another one will be x plus 3. See, they are here. So, in case of quadratic, if you know the factor, one factor, you can write down the other factor easily. So, now what we will do? You will cancel x plus 3, x plus 3. But here we have to give the convention x is not equal to 3, x is not equal to minus 3. X is not equal to minus 3, because when x becomes minus 3, it will be 0 and it will be 0. 0, 0 cannot be cancelled. So, but it is a limiting convention. So, x will never be minus 3, it only tends to minus 3. So, now the point of discontinuity is removed, the function becomes continuous, and if the function becomes continuous, then limit of fx as x tends to a is equal to fa. So, now we forget that x tends to minus 3, now what we come? We come to fa part. So, in place of x, if you substitute minus 3, it will be minus 3, minus 6, and what that value will be? Minus 9. Minus 9. So, now we can move to one more factorization. Limit of x cube plus 6x square plus 12x plus 7 divided by x plus 1 as x tends to minus 1. As x tends to minus 1. So, let us substitute x equal to minus 1 in numerator. Minus 1 means it is minus 1 cube is minus 1, minus 1 square is plus 1, it is plus 6, and it is minus 12, it is plus 7. So, how much you get here? Minus 1 plus 6 minus 12 plus 7. So, how much it will be? Minus 1 minus 12 minus 13, 6 plus 7 plus 13. So, what it will be? It will be 0, and that denominator is also 0. So, what it will be? 0 by 0. So, we have to continue with the process. So, what process is here? Factorization. What factor must we have? See, x plus 1 must be a factor, then only it can be cancelled. Subtract minus 1 to x, then what will get? X plus 1. So, but here it is cubic, we cannot get directly the factor. So, what we will be doing? Two methods, one is division, one is factorization. What that division is called? It is called synthetic division. So, if we go through that particular synthetic division, x cube coefficient is 1, x square coefficient is 6, x coefficient is 12, and constant is 7. We know that x plus 1 is a factor, because when we substitute x is equal to minus 1 here, we have got 0, it must be a factor. So, now what we say? X plus 1 is equal to 0, or what? X is equal to minus 1. So, first you write 1 here, 1 into minus 1 is minus 1, 6 minus 1 is 5, 5 into minus 1 is minus 5, 12 minus 5 is 7, 7 into minus 7, 1 is minus 7, and it is 0. So, what that particular 0 is? It is remainder. So, when we actually divide, what will be our remainder? So, what will be? Remainder will be 0, and this is reduced x square plus 5x plus 7. Or you can write in the form of factors also. So, in the form of factors, if we write, how we will be writing? X plus 1 into, this is quotient, x square plus 5x plus 7 divided by x plus 1. So, you can cancel, provided x is not equal to minus 1 as x tends to minus 1, This is one concept. Otherwise, you can say by actual division, you can write down only this much part also. So, now what happened? The point of discontinuity is removed, the function becomes continuous, therefore, limit of f(x) as x tends to a is equal to f a. So, what that particular f a is? So, 1 is minus 1 square, 1 is 5 into minus 1 and 1 is 7. So, minus 1 square is plus 1 minus 5 plus 7, 7 minus 5 is 2 and 2 plus 1 is how much? 3. So, after learning differentiation, we will be going through one more method, what we call it as L'Hospital's rule. Provided both numerator and denominator are independently continuous. Continuous means if you put x is equal to that value, you must get a numerical number, not infinity. So, here we got this is 0 also and here also 0. So, according to L'Hospital's rule, what it will be? If you differentiate numerator and if you differentiate denominator, then also you can get the limit. See what it implies? L limit of f(x) upon phi x as x tends to something, some number 0 something a, who is also equal to limit of f dash x upon phi dash x as x tends to a. So, we can differentiate these conventions and put and have the value. So, we can go through that particular form, what we call it as L'Hospital's rule, LH rule, what we can call it as. So, what we can call it as LH rule, L'Hospital's rule. So, if differentiate, what it will be? It will be 3x square and it will be 12x and it will be 12 and divided by x differentiation is 1. And what our limit is? As x tends to minus 1. So, now if we put minus 1 here, because here we will not get 0 by 0, we do not get here. So, here if we put x equal to minus 1 square is plus 1, it will be 3 and it will be minus 12 and it will be plus 12 and what our final answer will be 3, same as this one. So, it is done in CET, it is done in CET, it is not for first year. Now, limit of 1 plus x bracket h to cube minus 1 divided by x as x tends to 0. So, if you put x is equal to 0 here, what it will be? 1 cube is 1, 1 minus 1 is 0 and this is 0. So, what it is? 0 by 0. So, here we can go through simple method, that is by expansion also, or even you can convert it to x raised to n minus a raised to n form also. How? It is 1 plus x. So, we will be making it 1 plus x and then minus 1, same as this one, and but however we have to change the limit, and this particular process is known as change of limit, but here we will be expanding the bracket. So, what this 1 plus x bracket h to cube is? It is 1 cube plus x cube plus 3 into 1 into x into bracket 1 plus x, or you can write down binomially, and then what will be having? Minus 1 and divided by x as x tends to 0. So, 1 cube and 1 they cancel out. So, after that if you substitute x cube, what will be? X cube and what it is? 3x into 1 is plus 3x and 3x into x is 3x square divided by x as x tends to 0, as x tends to 0. So now what is possible? Again, if you put x is equal to 0 here, again it will be 0 by 0 form. But what we find here? Factorization. What is that main part of factorization here? Taking something common. We find x common, or what you can say, dividing each term by x. What we say? Dividing each term by x. So x cube divided by x is x square, and then this is plus 2, and what it will be? 3x as x tends to 0. So as x tends to 0, it will be 0, it will be 0, and what your answer will be? 2. Our answer will be 2. Or even you can use L'Hospital's rule, and accordingly it will be 3 into 1 plus x bracket x to square, and it will be 1, and if you put x equal to 0, you will get that particular value. Correction. That is x square plus 3x, x equal to 0. Correction. See, x cube divided by x square, 3x divided by x 3, 3x square divided by x is 3x. So when you put x equal to 0, these will be 0, and what our answer will be? Answer will be 3. So if you go through that L'Hospital's rule, L'Hospital's rule, if you go through, you will be differentiating this part 3 into 1 plus x bracket x to square divided by 1 as x tends to 0. What it will be? It will be 1 square is 1, it becomes 3. It becomes 3. L'Hospital's rule. Now limit of sigma n cube upon n fourth plus 1 as n tends to infinity. So if n tends to infinity, this takes the form infinity by infinity. Infinity by infinity. So for that, here we will be writing formula for sigma n cube. What that formula is? N square into bracket n plus 1 bracket x to square divided by 4, and in denominator what we are having? We are having n fourth plus 1 as n tends to infinity. So now if we take here, what is the process here? Taking common and factorization, not taking common and cancellation is the method for infinity by infinity problems. So here what we can take? Highest power, taking highest power common. So n square, if we take n common from this bracket, it will be again n square, and here we will get 1 plus 1 by n whole square. So here 4, if we take n fourth common here, n fourth into bracket, it will be 1 by 1 plus n fourth as n tends to infinity. So n square, n fourth, which is infinity by infinity part, which is our indeterminate convention, and giving the value that is not equal to infinity. So now if you put n is equal to infinity, it will be 0, it will be 0. So what it will be? It will be 1, and it will be 4. It will be 4. So this is connected with infinity convention. Now we can move to one or two sums connected with trigonometry. Trigonometric sums. So limit of 1 minus cos theta upon theta square as theta tends to 0. One standard sum. One standard sum. Here we know only one formula, that is limit of sin theta by theta as theta tends to 0 equal to 1. So we have to convert all sums to that form only. That is it in the indeterminate form. See, when you put theta equal to 0, cos 0 is 1, 1 minus 1 is 0, and here 0, so it is 0 by 0 form. First we have to test it. If you get a value only, no question of solution. So how we can write 1 minus cos theta in the form of sin square theta? 1 minus cos theta is 2 sin square theta by 2 upon theta square as theta tends to 0. So what this sin square theta by 2 implies? It is sin theta by 2 into sin theta by 2. So each sin theta requires one adjustment. If it is sin theta, it will be having theta as adjustment, and if it is theta by 2 will be adjustment. So and if it is square, it will be squared. So how we can write down the adjustment directly? 2, and what this is? Sin square theta by 2 divided by its square theta. If it is cube, it is cube. And then when we have divided, we have to multiply also, adjustment. And what is our remaining factor here? 1 by theta square. 1 by. So it is our main limit part. So after that we can cancel theta square and theta square, provided what is theta not equal to 0, because theta tends to 0. So now we can put the limit. What is the meaning of sin square theta by 2 upon theta square by 4? It is nothing but sin theta by 2 upon theta by 2 whole square. Theta or theta by 2, they are considered same. So 2 into 1 into 1 by 4, or what that particular value will be, 1 by 2. Here also you can use L'Hospital's rule. So if we use L'Hospital's rule, LH rule. So 1 differentiation 0 minus cos theta differentiation is plus sin theta, and theta square differentiation with respect to theta is 2 theta. So as theta tends to 0, this becomes 2 into 1, 2 in the numerator. So 1 upon 2 will be the answer. 1 upon 2 will be the answer. Sin theta by theta is 1. So the remaining part is 1 by 2. 1 by 2. So now tan theta minus sin theta are divided by theta cube, as theta tends to limit of as theta tends to 0, as theta tends to 0. So here we will be requiring some simplification, but however first it is just whether it is in the 0 by 0 form. Tan 0 0, sin 0 0, 0 minus 0 0, theta is 0, so 0 by 0. So what is required? Simplification is required. So what will be having? Limit of how tan theta can be written? Sin theta by cos theta, and here minus sin theta, divided by what? Theta cube, as theta tends to 0. So now we can take sin theta common. So sin theta into bracket, what it will be? It will be 1 by cos theta minus 1, or divided by what? It is theta cube. So what we do here? 1 theta we take with sin theta. 1 theta we take with sin theta into. See, if you take LCM, what it will be? 1 minus cos theta, and then this cos theta will come in denominator, and along here only theta square will remain, because we have taken theta common, as theta tends to 0. So what this part is? It is the earlier sum. So how we have done that sum? That way we will be doing the adjustment. First part is already adjusted, sin theta by theta, as theta tends to 0, or you can go on writing the adjustment. 1 minus cos theta is nothing but 2 sin square theta by 2. For that, adjustment is theta square by 4 into theta square by 4. Then cos theta will do not require any adjustment, because cos 0 is 1. And then what is the remaining concept here? 1 by theta square. So now this is our limit part, and this is our limit part, and leaving these particular conventions, we can cancel. Theta square cancels, 2 1s are 2 2s are. So now if you substitute the limit, it will be 1, it will be 1 square, you can say, it will be 1 by 2, and it will be 1 by 1 or 1, and hence our final answer is 1 by 2. Our final answer is 1 by 2. Now last sum, limit of cos 5 theta minus cos 7 theta divided by theta square as theta tends to 0. As theta tends to 0. So again it is associated with a trigonometric formula. A trigonometric formula. So if you put theta equal to 0 here, it will be 1 minus 1 will be 0 and this is also 0. So what is this form? It is cos A minus cos B. Cos A minus cos B. If you feel that this is small, this is big, you can interchange also. So who will be interchanging it? Minus into bracket, we can write it as cos 7 theta minus cos of 5 theta divided by theta square as theta tends to 0. So now let us write down some concepts regarding this formula. So cos A minus cos B is equal to minus of 2 sin of A plus B by 2 into sin of A minus B by 2. So what it is? Minus 2 sin of 7 theta plus 5 theta upon 2 into sin of 7 theta minus 5 theta divided by 2 whole divided by theta square. So now minus it is plus. It is plus. So that is limit of 2. How much it will be? Sin of 12 by 2 is 6 theta. And how much it will be? 2 by 2 is 1 theta. Divided by what? Theta square. So now let us write down the respective adjustments. It is a mechanical process. 2. If it is 6 theta, our adjustment is 6 theta. Divide by 6 theta, multiply by 6 theta, or adjustment. Then if it is sin theta, then sin theta by theta into theta. And then the remaining 1 upon theta square as theta tends to 0. So these are our limit parts. So remaining parts you can cancel. So theta square cancel, which is the main point of discontinuity. So as theta tends to 0, 2, this is 1 and this is 6, and this is 6. So what the final answer will be? It will be equal to 12. It will be equal to 12. So these are the model sums connected with limit. Tomorrow we can go through continuity. Thank you.